like to be on them?
Yeah, it's probably like 3 reasons maybe why I decided to do steroids. One is back when I was coming up, natural everything, drug-free, powerlifting, bodybuilding, et cetera, was very nascent and very unfortunately, it's much more relevant now. I think it's a beautiful thing. So in order to be taken seriously as someone who knew things, you just had to look like you knew things. And so the people that looked like they knew things were gigantic juice monsters. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Because like my colleagues and I realized we knew some things and could help a lot of people. And we were just inculcated in that culture where like, this is the thing that you do. Like if you want to be a really good football coach, you should probably play some football and maybe try to do as well in that as you can. Now, like if you make it to the NFL yourself, dope. That sure helps you in coaching. It's not required, but it sure helps, right? So one of those was that. Another was the fact that I just like the idea of progress and natural gains. I trained naturally for 12 years. I got excellent gains. I was still making gains, but slower. And I just wanted to see that road lengthened out for a long time. So I've never used like a ton of drugs in the grand scheme. And I've always scaled up over time, strategies and implementations, because more than absolute level of physique, I want to continue to work on my masterpiece longer.
Yeah.
And so I've actually been working on it not as aggressively as I could so that I can continue to have slight elevations in my experience. And the last reason is I'm a nerd first and everything else after. And the ability to use pharmaceuticals, atoms and molecules to upgrade your abilities is straight up comic book shit. And I'm 100% here for it.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you, Mike, on the excitement of using any available means to achieve an objective.
Yeah.
And you're trying to piece together the relevant parts. So I know, for example, like in some of the things I've done, like I was doing Rapamycin for a while.
Yeah.
And I just recently stopped after doing it for 4 years.
What gets you to stop?
It was messing with my lipids.
No way.
Yep. So a few side effects. Lipids were messed up, blood glucose, resting heart rate was increased, and I had some small tissue infections.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It is a grotesquely catabolic substance, isn't it?
Yeah. So
point.
Yeah. So we just reasoned that it just wasn't worth the trade-off. Sure. And so of course my objective was to slow the speed of aging. And then also this preprint came out 2 weeks ago where on certain aging clocks, I think 12 out of 16 aging clocks, I think rapamycin showed it accelerated the speed of aging epigenetically.
I love that you're able to be committed to something for so long, given the state of the evidence at the time, and then so gently with no attachment switch gears and go, well, I was wrong.
Yeah.
You're going to get flack for that all the time, by the way, in social media. I think you should stick to your guns and just keep iterating on what works and discarding what doesn't. People like to label people as if we were that rapamycin guy. Yeah. Oh, Bryan Johnson, you mean the guy that did rapamycin for 4 years? Yes. And a guy who quit doing it because the state of the evidence was updated. Isn't that strange?
Yeah. Have you found that to be the case that people that you've had things drag over from previous time periods where you want a clean break and they want you to like continue for some reason?
Yeah, definitely. I was probably the first person to really formalize the understanding of how much training volume you need and muscle growth.
Yeah.
With like theoretical landmarks of what's the minimum amount you can do to get gains, what's the maximum amount you're going to recover from. I coined all those terms with a few colleagues. Because the term that got the most popular first was the maximum recoverable volume, I was known as the high volume guy for a while. Then when I got to talking about minimum effective volume and maintenance volume, I started being known as the low volume guy. And people like look at my own training and they were like, why do you do this many sets, but you quote unquote recommend way more? But I never recommended way more. I said, this is the theoretical maximum recover volume for many people. I don't say train at your maximum recover volume all the time. I pretty much never said that, maybe for like a few months in 2013. So there are people who will hold you to things and allow zero updating of what your position is in their head. But I think those people are few and far between. They're just, I would think they'd have high trait disagreeableness. And so they're in the comments section a lot.
Yeah.
I think most people are just interested in hearing what you have to say. And anytime you change your mind, they're like, oh, cool, that's the new thing.
Yeah. The rapamycin, I guess I feel a relief not doing it now because it definitely, like my resting heart rate when I sleep is substantially lower, which gives me better sleep. And it's like really been a boost. And so I guess in retrospect, I tolerated side effects to achieve this end objective. Where like I'm okay with the trade-off.
Which is noble in a certain sense.
So you've done the same. I've heard you say on steroids that you experience anxiety, that you experience certain feelings of rage.
Yeah, certain feelings, yes.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think through the balance of choosing to do this thing which does cause these negative side effects of your conscious experience?
I can eat a shitload of discomfort. If I'm gifted in any way, that's probably it. I don't give a fuck. I can delay gratification there. I don't know with the best of them, but a lot. I went years of schooling getting paid nothing, studying in a lab by myself for half a generation, foregoing all sorts of stuff, going on vacation and finding out where I can get good training and good food first. And as long as I get that, that's priority number one. Is that always the thing I proximately want to do and feel like doing? Fuck no. Some points gotten so out of touch with what I feel like doing that I had to take some time to get my brain to recognize like, oh, I have internal states and I can't just full send. And my wife is also a psychotic workaholic, commitment-driven person who like had like, I don't know, like 10 nervous breakdowns on her way to like various insane achievements. And I was there for all of them. She was there for mine. I'm like, not writ large nervous breakdowns, very difficult times. But our answer is like, okay, breathe it out, regrit the teeth, keep plowing. To me, the interaction with anabolics and mood and all this other stuff had very finite timelines, very explicit goals, up for review and modification, which I eventually ended up modifying, and no big deal. But it's like, as long as the plan is the plan, give me nightmares, give me demons, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for it. It's also not a surprise. I'm like, oh, I'm in extreme doses of anabolic androgenic steroids, and I feel like I have a lot of rage. There's not really a contradiction there. Onwards. And someone's like, don't you want to feel better in your own head? Yes. But what really makes me feel better long term is to stick to a difficult plan for an extended period of time to unearth great benefits on the other end. That really gets me going. So it's like, yeah, but I'm here for it, you know?
And thinking through, like, for example, you met my son Talmadge.